But before then, we have our next presentation. And as you can see, which is up on the slide there, the title of that is Orchestrating Last Mile Deliveries Across Captive, Contracted and Outsourced Fleets. And to give that presentation, I'm very happy to welcome Shashwant Ghosh, who's the Vice President, Global Performance Marketing at a company called Locus. And I'm sure Shashwant will tell you all about Locus as well. So Shashwant, please come up to the stage. Thank you.
Good morning. I wish to thank LogiSYM for giving me this opportunity. Before we get into this topic, and this topic is very close to my heart, I just wanted to talk about why this is important, why this is relevant for most of you in this room. We talked about in the morning now economy. And this is getting more and more relevant now, and literally now. So whether it's social commerce, e-commerce, you name it, that is becoming very relevant today. Quick commerce, back in India we have 10 minutes delivery, all sorts of delivery which is possible. So one, e-commerce is booming. Second, if you look at it, last mile constitutes roughly about 53% of the shipping cost. And this data is by Accenture. So that is why these are two very important things because of which my topic today is relevant for all of you. But before I get into the topic, I also want to talk about what is Locus and what do we do at Locus. So Locus, our proposition is very simple. We help deliver growth for shippers and 3PLs. The way we do it is we focus on last mile. And in the recent Gartner report of VRS and last mile, out of the 15 service provider, we are the only ones who have end-to-end capability of delivering last mile across industries. So that's what we are. A quick idea on the footprint. We have very deep presence in the APAC region, in the SAARC region. We are also present in North America, Australia, Middle East, and India, as well as in Japan. The company was started in 2015. We are backed by GIC Singapore. We also have Tiger Global, Qualcomm Ventures, as well as, to name some of the partners, Bain is one of them, AWS is one of the partners. So essentially, between 2015 to now, we have grown from 7 people to now about 350 plus people. And we have close to about 200 plus enterprise customers who are already using it. Our clients include some of the big names, whether it is an e-grocery, Big Basket, one of the biggest in the world, they are using us. Flipkart, many of you might know Flipkart. Again, the biggest e-commerce players. Bukalapak in the neighboring Indonesia. Also in India, Blue Dart, DHL, they are using us. And some of the large CPG players like Mondelez, Nestle, Unilever, all of them are using us for the last mile delivery. So that's in short what we have been doing. I wanted to play a video. If you can play the video, please. So as you can see, basically from the smallest Series A company right up to the biggest retailer or someone as large as Blue Dart DHL, we kind of, for the last mile piece, we have helped one in the geocoding piece, second, getting the deliveries on time, and third, specially focused on the customer experience. Because in last mile, the only thing that matters is customer experience. Moving on, I also wanted to take you guys through 3 case studies, different case studies, but which will give you a perspective in terms of how and what we have done for these companies and how especially we have across captive fleets or variety of other fleet, how the company has actually managed to solve the last mile problem. The first one that I wanted to show over here is an Indonesian company. It's a very large distributor. And the challenge that this company was facing was that visibility was a big issue. Most of the planning was actually happening manually. And of course, if it is manual, then all of us know that it's a huge challenge. So slot management, route restrictions, and some of those things were not being able to monitored very, very closely. So the way, what we did for this company was, again, our geocoding and the machine learning algorithm, that kind of did the dynamic shipment allocation. And because of that, plus the track and trace facility that we gave to the driver, you were able to kind of trace wherever the driver is because of the mobile app. So that in short, the benefit that the company got was close to about 34% reduction in the tasks per order. And for a distribution company, you can understand how big that impact is. The next one that I want to talk about is fashion retailer based out of India. In this particular case, what was happening was because there were last mile delivery errors, the right shipment was not reaching to the customer, and because of that, there were customer experience issues. So what was happening was the planned delivery, the planned trips, the sequences, delivery sequences were not exactly followed. And because of that, they had to ship it again, send it twice, send it thrice. And because of that, it was resulting in higher overheads. So the way we solved that problem was we simplified the sorting issues. And we also, this was a unique thing that we did. We send out predictive alerts to the customer if there is any shipment delays. And because of that, some of the brand-related issues were kind of, the negative impact was not there. Also, in all of these sorting and the trip planning, we actually looked at the real-world constraints that is there. And the software algorithm, because of the machine learning, could each time the delivery happened, the next time it was much, much better. So because of this, close to 99% of address accuracy was there. And you can understand back in India, the kind of addresses that are there, it's a nightmare literally for everyone. So getting 99% address accuracy, That does mean quite a lot. Also, we were able to reduce the sorting issue at the delivery center by close to around 60%. Moving on to another case study, and that would be a very interesting and a different case study. This case study is about Big Basket. And why it is important is because of the perishable nature of the goods. Because it is perishable nature, the delivery window is very, very small. And hence, the focus on on-time delivery becomes very important. So in this, again, the way we solved this problem was route optimization, providing the link tracking, and the driver app to give the real-time visibility of where the driver is right now. And you can understand Big Basket, again, they have various modes of delivery. You have, it is not just a standard mode. You have the faster delivery, where in bikes people deliver. You also have the bigger one. So all sorts of things, plus you also have cold stuff in that truck. So that is the problem that essentially we solve. In this entire process, in the morning, someone talked about sustainability impact. The way we see this is because of the variety of sorting issues that we solved, the variety of route optimization. We have been able to close to 20,000 acres of forest every year. That kind of savings have happened. Close to 99.5% SLA adherence has consistently happened. And the overall savings in terms of cost, about 1 billion plus USD was saved. So with that context, I wanted to get into the orchestration piece of it, that why is this orchestration so important? How difficult is this problem? What exactly are the challenges? And if you have to narrow it down to 3 or 4 major issues which most of the shippers face, it is largely that there is no standardized delivery experience or the customer experience. And because of that, the brand gets impacted. The experience of the driver becomes the most important thing, and you don't have visibility of that. So despite all the branding, despite all sorts of TV press and everything that you put in, if your driver is not able to deliver it correctly, then the whole branding, all of that investment goes for a toss. So that's one of the big challenges. We have also seen that rule-based approval or of choosing the shippers and all of that is not available. So that is something that we want to do. And do you get the flexibility to choose based on the business rules? That is what is a broad orchestration value proposition that we have. Essentially, if you have hybrid fleet, whether it's captive or contracted or crowdsourced, how do you ensure that you pick the best every time? How do you ensure that it is as per the business rules? How do you ensure that the SLAs and the rule-based engine both are married together, and then you pick the best choice? How do you ensure that the cost optimization, especially do you get the dynamic quotes, and are you able to utilize that? So those are some of the considerations that we have taken into our platform. In terms of tracking, do you have a single dashboard for visibility across all these types of fleet? Do you have a contract benchmark? Do you compare the rates and the service, and the next time are you much better than the previous time? Those are some of the considerations of which we have taken into account for the orchestration piece. I just wanted to give a quick glimpse of how all of this works. So on the left-hand side is the order management system, and on the right-hand side is the available channels. And if you can see, the economical, fast, and ideal, those are based on the various combination, whether it's an order level, or a business constraint, or a carrier level constraint. And based on that, the software decides that, okay, out of these available channels, which one is the best one for you? And that's how all of this is done on the platform. This is my last slide. I wanted to leave you with an idea of what the platform looks like in terms of right from the order to the analytics piece, how we have looked at each of the elements in this entire platform. So whether it's the order management, whether it's the dispatch planning, whether it's the track and trace piece, whether it is the mobile application that we have given to the drivers, all of this through one single platform, it gives you the complete visibility.